start by telling you, when the girls in my office found out that I was interviewing you today, they all wanted to be here. They all wanted to come and see you. My mum was very excited when she heard I was going to be meeting you.
Wow.
You know,
You should have brought them.
I should have. I should have. Perhaps next time. You know, your popularity reminds me a bit of like Shah Rukh Khan's. I mean, the popularity cuts across women of all ages. Alia Bhatt said her mum's a fan. I know Ranbir Kapoor's mum, Neetu Singh, came to the set in London to take a picture with you. She was keen to meet you. Is all this female attention flattering? Is it a little embarrassing? Is it overwhelming? What's it like?
Well, obviously, I think it does get me a bit, it makes me blush, gets me red in the cheek, but pink in the cheek. But yeah, but I'm grateful for it. And I guess that's it. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, I'm really thankful. I'm thankful to my audience.
You know, you share something in common with the British actor Colin Firth, who became this heartthrob after he played Mr. Darcy on the BBC TV series Pride and Prejudice. He had met his wife before he became this sex symbol. And, she gave an interview recently saying she didn't understand the hysteria and her parents couldn't understand the hysteria. It's been similar for you, right? You met your wife way before you became this heartthrob and this actor. Does it feel similar to her, to her family? Do they find this a little bit kind of odd?
Well, to be very honest, especially in front of girls' parents, I think I kind of like a turtle. I just sort of go back into my shell. So, मैं बड़ा वो छुपता छुपाता फिरता हूँ. So, obviously in front of my wife's father, for me to actually realize this fact that the other girl's going crazy, and वो बड़े रोब वाले आदमी हैं. So मुझे वैसे ही डर लगता है. So I just avoid it. I start talking about, so what's going on, because he served in the government as well.
Right.
So I start asking him, so what's going on these days, in the country, क्या हो रहा है? I start acting like a complete idiot, which I am when it comes to these kind of issues. But that's my way of deflecting it.
Sure. You have a new Hindi film coming out, Kapoor and Sons. This is, of course, your first Bollywood film since Khoobsurat, which was now 2 years ago. It's evident that you're particular about the scripts that you pick. Why was this a film that you wanted to do?
Well, to be honest, I feel that the best way to gauge a script is if you pick it up, you don't put it down until it's finished.
Sure.
And this script, I picked it up, I read it within half an hour, within 45 minutes, and not because I was skimming through it, because there can be times, and I've done that in my career as well, when you start skimming for your parts to see where your scenes are. But no, I read it like a book.
Sure.
I read it like a book, I went through it completely, and by the end of it, I was blown away.
Okay.
And literally, these were my words. I picked up the phone and I said, this script is gold. For me, it's gold.
Okay.
And I felt it was a bit of a departure from what I'd been doing earlier. And I'd like to now sort of, pick up these kind of things where I can start playing characters.
Right.
Characters in the real world.
Yeah.
I'd like to really experiment with costumes.
Sure.
With a lot of get up and all of that. But essentially, I feel that every time if I'm trying to do something, it should be different in some way. At least, probably the arc of the character itself should be different. And in this case, I think it was massively different from whatever I've done in the past. So that was the primary reason that just completely drew me to this. And secondly, the subject matter. It's a very touching story.
Okay.
It's a touching story, and it's touching in a very real way, not in a very melodramatic way.
Yeah. Do you feel like culturally the cinema is very different in Pakistan than it is here?
Not really yet. It shouldn't be. The reason for that is because a lot of Pakistani audience watches a lot of Indian films. There's a huge fan following for Indian stars in Pakistan, which shows that, if it was so culturally different, then why would people be going to the cinemas in the first place to watch
I asked specifically because I know that you've expressed your discomfort at intimacy on screen. I know that one of the reasons that you didn't think that Battle for Pitora was the right film for you was because you were not particularly comfortable with
that again is
scenes.
That again is not true, because I think less than the kissing scenes, I think it was more a matter of timelines not being able to match up, which kind of just suddenly spiraled, and I don't know where this news came out from in the first place. But
so where do you stand on the intimacy issue?
Thing.
Yeah,
the intimacy issue is, I think, and it's something that's new for the Pakistani audience. People will watch it at home, but when you take your families, and I think it's like sex education.
Right.
So when you're trying to educate children about sex, how do you tell them? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? So if they take their families into cinemas now, it'd be difficult for them to be explaining what this is, because that's something that they've not been exposed to for the longest time. And yes, obviously they have certain constraints. Our censorship laws are very different, and that does sort of also mold the minds of the audience.
So let me kind of get you to commit to it without kind of like evading, will you kiss on screen?
Not for now.
Okay.
That is very clear.
Sure.
Not for now, because I feel that my core audience that has brought me to where I am is not comfortable with it.
Right. I know you enjoy cricket. Is watching an India versus Pakistan match nerve-wracking for you?
The last time it was nerve-wracking for me, and this is why I stopped watching cricket for the longest time.
Okay.
Was the '96 match between India and Pakistan in Bangalore.
Right.
And that loss for Pakistan. I was about to break the television. I think I was actually crying, literally bawling. And my father said to my mother that इसकी cricket बंद कर दो, इससे संभाला नहीं आता, इसको heart attack हो जाएगा. So I was depressed. So yeah, it does get nerve-wracking, but then that's the whole spirit of competition,
Sure.
And the next day you wake up, it's just a new day. It's all right, yeah, हार गया. But उस वक्त बस ये था कि because I used to play a lot of sports actively in school, and I used to play cricket as well, and I was really into cricket. So that is why at that time, I guess it affected me so strongly. Yeah. Today, I don't think it would affect me as strongly. I'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, man. Whoever takes a trophy home, it's just a match. It's just a competition. It's not the end of the world.
Right. You've now worked with 3 Bollywood actresses. You worked with Sonam in Khoobsurat, of course. You worked with Alia in Kapoor and Sons, and Anushka in Ae Dil Hai Mushkil. What's your relationship like with each of them? I mean, is your equation very different with each of them?
Well, my first filmy hero and filmy girlfriend was Sonam.
That's right.
So, I think I spent the longest time with her.
True.
On sets. So my equation with her, were more buddies than I am with the rest of them. Although I think, Anushka and Alia, they're terrific people to work with as well. Full of energy. But I've not been able to spend as much time with them.
Right.
Because in Kapoor and Sons, that movie revolves around it revolves around each and every different character in his own space, as well as in relation to other people.
Right.
So it's one person in relation to 5 other people. And similarly, in Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, it's a nice role, but I come in for a bit, and my interaction with Anushka has been limited up till now, because I've just shot with her for maybe 2 days, 3 days, I think.
Okay.
So abhi I think आगे पता चलेगा in the coming weeks.
Right.
उसके बाद I can answer better. But in any case, I think Anushka is a very Punjabi girl, which I like.
Right.
She's full of sprite.
Yeah.
And Alia is similar. She's just the ball of energy. I think. She's like this. She's got endless momentum. So it's been a good experience.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hoping
Rajiv.
that you will continue to entertain us like you have.
Thank you so much, Rajiv.
Thank you.